to a couple of really great charities, with victories in quarters 1, 2, 3, and reaching the final score of 170. LeBron James and Team LeBron has raised $1.25 million for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. It's really so incredible. Also for Team Durant, the United Negro College Fund is also receiving $500,000. Let's give it up one more time for the incredible charitable work that's happening here at All-Star Weekend. Kia Motors of America is also donating an all-new 2021 Sorrento to the MVP's charity of choice. Here to present the Kobe Bryant Trophy to the Kia All-Star Game MVP is Commissioner Adam Silver.
Thank you, Allie. And let me first thank the Atlanta Hawks organization for hosting us here tonight in the city of Atlanta. And to the HBCUs, 23 of whom are represented here tonight, and the over 100 HBCUs in the country, we've been proud to partner with you and to raise over $3 million and draw attention to the critically important work you're doing in your 250,000 current students. So thank you very much to the HBCU community. To these All-Stars, I know you miss the fans miss you guys. Thank you very much for being here. But most importantly, our Kobe Bryant MVP award tonight goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, congratulations on the MVP trophy.
Thank you, thank you.
It's Sunday, but the bank was open for you today. Quite a bit, actually.
It was, usually it's closed, but for me it was open. It was extended hours, and I call ahead, so it was open.
What's it like when every shot's just going in like the way it was tonight?
It's fun, it's fun. I was happy, my teammates had fun, and just being around great players is just easy to play with.
You also had some amazing moments with your son on the sideline. What will you remember most about this All-Star experience?
Definitely my son. This is the first time he's coming to watch me play in the All-Star game, and this is for him, and it's just fun to have family around.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy it. Thanks for being here and putting on a great show and performance. Thanks to all of you for being here tonight, everybody. All right, Team LeBron comes away with the big sweep, defeating Team Durant. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, your 2021 NBA All-Star MVP. Coming up, episode 4 of Inside Story, presented by Kia.
Well, my connection obviously is deep-rooted with Nike and the partnership and the relationship they had with FAMU over the years. And I've always wanted to be in support of HBCU schools, so the opportunity came about with FAMU, and I jumped right on it. And it's a prestige institution, great school, great campus, great kids, great lineage, and great history. So, it fit perfectly, and I'm happy to be a part of that program.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Tim Reynolds with AP, please.
Hey, LeBron, good to see you.
What's going on, Tim?
I wanted to ask your reaction to the news from a couple hours ago that Joe and Ben aren't going to be able to go tonight. How concerning is that for you? And I guess do you still? I know obviously you're there, but did you have reservations about coming in the end?
Well, I think it's very unfortunate that Joel and Ben won't be able to play in our game tonight. Obviously, they're two worthy All-Stars, and this means a lot to all of us. Even no matter how you feel about having to be here. For me, it's still the same for me. Obviously I love our league, and I love playing the game of basketball at the highest level and doing what I love to do. But I just think under these circumstances of what we're going through still with the pandemic and everything with this season, I just thought, we could have looked at it a little bit differently, but that's out of my hands. It's, I only can control what I can control. And I'm here, representing Team LeBron. But obviously, something like that happening is something that we all thought, could possibly happen. And I hate the fact that Joel and Banner will not be able to play today because of that. So, best wishes to them, obviously, even though they're not the ones who tested positive, but with the contract tracing and all that mess. So, but we're here.
Thank you, Bron.
Appreciate you.
Okay, Dave McMenamin, please.
Hey, LeBron, how are you?
I'm good, Dave. What's up?
Hey. So about the league partnership with More Than a Vote, and if you could tell me what that means to you to have that idea be sparked early on in the summertime and everything that organization has been able to accomplish in the months that has followed.
Yeah, I think it's just been a great thing that we've been able to do with More Than a Vote. Continue to highlight and continue to educate people on what's going on in a lot of our communities with the voter suppression and things of that nature. And obviously, making sure that people don't think that the job is done. The work is not completed, is never completed, even if you have a victory. It's never completed. And, we just wanted people to know that even with the election that happened, and obviously it happened in a lot of our favor in November, that there's still more there's still more work to be done. And that's what we're continuing to do now, especially here in the Georgia area, especially here in Atlanta with Stacey Abrams and that group. Just continuing to highlight how votes in our Black communities are trying to be taken away. So, it's a great thing that we've been able to do, but we want to continue that. We want to continue to educate and continue to, enlighten people on what's going on in our communities so we can better our communities, because that's the most important thing.
Okay, Mark Medina, please.
Hey, LeBron, good to see you. With the 1-year anniversary approaching with the season shutdown, I was wondering, how do you remember how you processed the play-by-play of that week of first the idea of games being played without fans, and then what happened in OKC, that game, and then, the league ultimately shutting it down?
Yeah, it was just it was a wild week for our team, to be honest. We had just I believe we had just played Milwaukee. We played the Clippers. We lost a heartbreak game versus the Nets, and we were gearing up to play Houston on that Thursday at home. So, it was a pretty good week for us, and we were really starting to hit our stride as a team. Our first year together, first time with our new coaching staff, and then when we seen the events that happened in OKC, it was just so you didn't know really what to think. It's the first time it's ever happened in any of one of our major sports leagues. So to see it happen, you knew at that point that it would trickle down to everyone else. And you was hoping, you was wishing for the best, but you kind of knew that the inevitable was going to happen. So we just kind of stayed patient and just waited till we got the call. And we was hoping that it would only be a couple weeks, or it shut down for a little bit. We get a handle over this thing, and obviously, that was being way too optimistic. So, we just took it. We just took it as a league, took it as players, coaches, everyone, organizations. It was just very difficult and challenging for all of us, because it's just something that we never experienced before.
Okay, Joe Barden, please.
Hey, Ron.
What's going on, Joe?
Hey, man. Hey, kind of along the lines of the pandemic stuff. As far as I know, I don't think you've ever gotten it, and it seems like you haven't even been caught up in a contract tracing, anything like that. So I'm just curious what you have done to avoid all of that. Not only not getting sick, but not even, the contract tracing stuff, all that.
I think it's all luck, man. I can't sit here and tell you I'm an expert on this whole thing. It's just luck. You have no idea. How you can possibly contract it or how you can get it. We know the cases, we know the studies, we hear the doctors and things of that nature, but I've just tried to follow protocol as much as it's been laid out to us. I go to the facility and I go home, or then I go to the arena and I go home, with my family. But, you don't know. I got kids, I got kids that, go to school at times. Sometimes the schools are open, sometimes they're not, but you don't know. They could bring some things home. You don't know. So, it's just all in the faith of the man above. And then just trying to, I try to stay clean and try to get my sleep. I think that helps. I think that helps with any illness, just getting, your optimal rest, keeping your body as fresh as possible and keeping a clear head about it all. But just part of luck. I can't sit here and say that I'm a ghostbuster when it comes to COVID, because I'm not. I just try to follow the protocol. That's all.
Okay, Dan Moike, please.
COVID Ghostbusters sounds like that could be the next movie. That's good. I like it. LeBron, this is probably a really basic question, but All-Star Weekend is usually such a highlight for the league, a highlight for its players to see each other, go out, have a good time. How stark is the contrast? I mean, obviously I'm here, I'm not there. What's it like there? Does it feel like anything close to an All-Star game?
No, not really. I mean, you get excited about this weekend because you're gonna not only you're gonna play the game, if you're a part of the game, but you get to do so many events. You can do the All-Star Saturday nights. You can, you have the host of the events that you have, partnerships with Nike I've been accustomed to being with, able to do some evening events, get out into the city and explore some of the cities, and just have a really good time. Have your family in town. Just have a weekend of just like extreme fun. And, we have everyone in town that one weekend, including you guys. I mean, like you said, you're not even here. And it's unfortunate that this is when everyone in basketball, the world comes to one city and we all enjoy. And I guess, we all really sit back and be like, wow, this is what this game has built. This is a beautiful weekend from all walks, on the floor and off the floor. So to be sitting in my room, isolated, just with no one, my family's not here, I'm by myself. It's just different, just to say the least, compared to previous years, that's for sure.
Okay, Jim Ozarki from Journal Sentinel, please.
LeBron, out here in Milwaukee, we talked to Giannis this morning, and he said if there was one thing he could take or learn from you in your career is your day-to-day, year-to-year consistency and how to do that. He said it's a dream of his, I guess. I guess along those, in that vein, do you see a parallel to a degree in that the walls that teams want to build for him to stop him from the rim, maybe forcing him to change his game? I think you dealt with that a little bit earlier in your career around that same age. I don't know. Is there something there? And is that something you think is next, I guess, in terms of a guy like him reaching consistency, if you will, and something like that? Thank you.
Well, let's not get it twisted. I mean, the kid is consistent every single night. I mean, he's putting up close to 30. He's giving you double-digit rebounds. He's giving you 4.5, 5 assists a game, couple blocks, couple steals. So don't know how much more consistent you want a guy to be. But I think for me, as far as longevity, just being available, one thing I've always taken pride of, just being available for my teammates, every night. And, and that comes with a lot of long hours of, committing to your body, committing to your mind and things of that nature. And I think it's, we all know how, Giannis wants to be great. And the great ones figure out a way to continue to improve. And it's just that simple. And there's no doubt in my mind that he will continue to improve his game, continue to expand his game as he goes along his journey. So, I don't see him not continuing to get better, and that's a scary thing to say because he's already so dominant in our league.
Okay, Andrew Lopez, please.
Hey, LeBron, it's Andrew from ESPN here. Wanted to ask you something just about alley-oops, working on something. To you, what makes a good alley-oop a great alley-oop? And then as a passer, where are you looking when you throw them? Are you looking to a certain spot? Are you trying to figure out who you're throwing it? Like, what goes into that for you?
Well, to answer your first part of the question, what makes a good alley-oop I think the worst passes are some of the best alley-oop finishes because it challenges the guy who's receiving it to actually contort his body, maybe jump a little higher than he wanted to, stretch out his wingspan and actually come down with it and able to finish either with the left hand or right hand. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of some bad alley-oops that's turned out great. And and I've seen a lot of them on some highlight tapes, things of that nature. That's pretty cool. For me as the passer, I'm always looking at the second line of defense. In a half court situation, because there's always a bottom guy or someone that's ready to come over and try to help on a lob or a pass, things of that nature. So want to put my offensive player in the right position where all he has to do is go up and go get it. But on the break, most of the time it's just a 2-on-1, or if it's a slow, like a drag or a slow break, you kind of just reading the line of defense. And I just throw it up there kind of to the sometimes to the corner of the backboard or right in front of the rim, depending on my angle, where my recipient just has to go up and do what he wants. Uses his athleticism to finish it home. So it's been pretty cool to be on both sides of the fences, though, to be able to throw them and also receive them.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. We're going to go with Mark Narducci, please.
Hey, LeBron, you had a condensed off season and now condensed first half and a second half where you're playing a lot of games in a short time. Is there a concern about that, not only for yourself but for your fellow NBA players?
There's no concern for me. I just try to continue to put my body in the best condition to be able to endure anything. Shorten off season, shorten regular season, short break, all-star break. I just try to, it's all about my mind personally, keeping my mind mentally sharp, keeping my mind mentally fresh and going about that. To speak for my fellow colleagues, I don't want to do that because, everyone has a voice. But I just hope everyone stays safe, listen to their bodies, because it is definitely taxing. This is an extreme season coming off the season in which we had last year. So guys have to listen to their bodies and listen to their minds. And that's what it boils down to.
Okay, we're going to go with Shaquem Muhafiz from Morehouse College.
Yes, hi. This is Shaquem Muhafiz from the Maroon Tiger. The question I want to ask you: when was it a point in your career that you saw the importance of HBCUs?
It's always been important. Just for me, just growing up in the inner city, and then learning about it as the years went on and on as I've been a professional. Seeing, just the support or the lack thereof for a lot of HBCU schools. So it's always been important. Just want to, get a hand on it, but do it right. I think timing is everything. You don't want to force a lot of things. You want to make sure it's organic. You want to make sure it's right. You want to make sure the timing is right. The platform is there so we can highlight it more than just, giving money. I think, given the support and given the structure and given the resources, is just as valuable to it as the money. So, but it's always been important. I've had a few friends that went to